Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture. So in today's lecture, we will solve some previous year questions, CBSE previous year questions based on the chapter inverse trigonometric functions. So let us start. The images, text and other materials used in our presentations are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners. If you are the owner and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the content immediately. Please note that parts of the content may have been generated using generative AI, which is experimental. So let us start with our first question, which says that we have to find the value of sine inverse cos 3 pi by 5, right? We have to find the value of cos inverse sine inverse cos 3 pi by 5, and the options are A pi by 10, B 3 pi by 5, C minus pi by 10 and D minus 3 pi by 5. So you all can start answering the question. You all can start answering the question. Which option will be correct one? Option A, B, C or D? Is the sound correct now? Okay, you can start answering. What should be the answer? Whether it should be A, B, C or D? Okay, should we move to explanation part? One student is saying minus pi by 10. Option C. Anyone else who can answer this? Okay, should I move to the explanation part? Okay, the hint of this question is what can we do? We have to find the value of sine inverse cos 3 pi by 5, right? So first we will try to convert this cos 3 pi by 5 into the sine theta, right? In terms of sine theta, clear? And after that we can try to write sine inverse sine theta is equal to theta, when theta should lie between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, right? Clear? So in such a way, you can try to approach this question. I'm giving you 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After that, we will discuss the solution part, right? Okay, let us move to the solution part. We basically have to find the value of sine inverse cos 3 pi by 5, right? We basically have to find the value of sine inverse cos 3 pi by 5. So the correct option will be option C, minus pi by 10, right? Let us see the solution part. See, we basically have to find sine inverse cos 3 pi by 5. So now 3 pi by 5 can be written as, see, 3 pi by 5 can be written as pi by 2 plus pi by 10, right? 3 pi by 5 can be written as pi by 2 plus pi by 10, isn't it? So it can be written sine inverse cos pi by 2 plus pi by 10, right? So now we know that cos of pi by 2 plus theta is basically minus sine theta, right? Cos of pi by 2 minus theta, pi by 2 plus theta is basically minus sine theta. So it will be sine inverse minus sine pi by 10, right? It will be sine inverse minus sine pi by 10. Therefore, it will be like cos pi, because we know that cos pi by 2 plus x is equal to minus sine x. Clear? Therefore, it will be sine inverse minus of sine pi by 10 will be equal to minus of, because we know that like sine of minus theta is basically minus sine theta, right? Clear? Therefore, we can write minus of sine inverse sine pi by 10, right? Because sine of minus x is basically sine inverse of minus x is basically minus of sine inverse x, right? So it will be minus of sine inverse sine pi by 10, right? Therefore, finally it will be equal to minus pi by 10, right? So the correct answer will be equal to minus pi by 10, right? Clear? Because sine inverse minus x is equal to minus of sine inverse x, and sine inverse sine x is equal to x when x belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, right? So the correct answer will be minus pi by 10, right? Is it clear to all? If you have any doubt, you can ask. Hope it's clear to all. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Okay, should I move to the next question? Okay, let us move to the next question. Next question says, express tan inverse cos 1 minus sine x when x belongs to minus 3 pi by 2 to pi by 2 in the simplest form. We have to basically express tan inverse cos 1 minus tan inverse cos x upon 1 minus sine x, and when x belongs to minus 3 pi by 2 to pi by 2 in the simplest form, right? So how can you approach this question? See, we will try to express the part inside the tan inverse in terms of tan x, right? Numerator is cos x, clear, and the denominator is 1 minus sine x. So either we will rationalize this, that is we will multiply numerator and the denominator with 1 plus sine x, and or we can try to convert this in terms of half angle formula, right? So in this way you can try to solve this question. So I am giving you 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After that we will move to the solution part, right? Okay, let us move to the solution part. We have to basically express tan inverse cos x upon 1 minus sine x when x belongs to minus 3 pi by 2 to pi by 2 in the simplest form, right? So the correct answer will be pi by 4 plus x by 2, right? Correct answer will be pi by 4 plus x by 2. Let us see how. So let us see the solution part. Now tan inverse cos x upon 1 minus sine x can be written as tan inverse. See, cos x can be written as sine of pi by 2 minus x, right? Cos x can be written as sine of pi by 2 minus x, and also in the denominator 1 minus sine x can be written as 1 minus cos pi by 2 minus x, right? Therefore we can write it as tan inverse 2 sine, sine of pi by 2 minus x can be now written as 2 sine pi by 4 minus x by 2 into cos pi by 4 minus x by 2, right? Upon denominator is basically 1 minus cos pi by 2 minus x, which can be written as 2 sine square pi by 4 minus x by 2, right? Denominator will be 2 sine square pi by 4 minus x by 2. Clear? So it will be tan inverse cot pi by 4 minus x by 2, right? It will be tan inverse cot pi by 4 minus x by 2, right? So further we can write it as tan inverse tan pi by 2 minus pi by 4 minus x by 2, right, and it will be equal to tan inverse tan pi by 2 minus pi by 4 minus x by 2 will be equal to pi by 4 plus x by 2, right. So it will be equal to tan inverse tan pi by 4 plus x by 2, which we can write it as pi by 4 plus x by 2, right, because we know that tan inverse tan theta is basically theta. Clear? So the correct answer will be pi by 4 plus x by 2, right. Correct answer will be pi by 4 plus x by 2. Is it clear to all? Or if if you have any doubt, you can ask. Is it clear to all? Should I move to the next question? If anyone have any doubt, you can ask in the chat box. Okay, let us move to the next question, right? Next question is, solve for x when sine inverse 1 minus x minus 2 sine inverse x is equal to pi by 2, right? We basically have to find the value of x when sine inverse 1 minus x minus 2 sine inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Clear? So how can we find the value of x in this question? Okay. So I am giving you 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After that, we will move to the solution part, right? Okay, let us move to the solution part. So let us move to the solution part, right? Sine inverse 1 minus x minus 2 sine inverse x is equal to pi by 2. It is given, right? So we can write, see, we can move this 2 sine x, 2 sine inverse x in the right hand side. So sine inverse 1 minus x will be equal to pi by 2 plus 2 sine inverse x. Now again we will try to convert this sine inverse things on the right hand side. So 1 minus x will be equal to sine of pi by 2 plus 2 sine inverse x, right? Therefore 1 minus x will be equal to, we know that sine pi by 2 plus theta is basically cos theta, right? So 1 minus x will be equal to cos 2 sine inverse x, right? So it will be cos 2 sine inverse x. So 1 minus x will be equal to 1 minus 2x square, right? 1 minus 2x square, isn't it? Because 2 sine inverse x can be written in terms of cos inverse x, right? Clear? So finally it will be 1 minus x is equal to 1 minus 2x square, right? Now 2x square minus x will be equal to 1 after solving this. Therefore, we will get x equal to 0 and x equal to 1 by 2 after solving this. Now since x equal to 1 by 2 is not satisfying the given equation, right? When you will put x equal to 1 by 2, the given equation will not satisfy, right? So we are left only one thing which is 0. Therefore, x equal to 0 is the required solution, right? X equal to 0 is the required solution. Clear? Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Yes, by putting the values, you can also find in the examination. But if you have to like go with the method, you will go by this method, right? By putting the value of x equal to 0, you can tell the answer, right? But like if it would be multi-correct, then there will be a problem, like whether any other values are satisfying it or not, right? Clear? So by putting all the options, you can like find the values, whether it is satisfying or not, right? Okay. So if anyone have any doubt, you can ask. See, this session is completely in English. Parallelly, Hindi part is also currently going on, right? So like if you have to like see the Hindi speaking lecture, you can refer to that, right? Okay. Bilingual recording are also going on, right? Bilingual you can class you can also see. Okay. If you anyone have doubt regarding this question, you can ask. Or should I move to the next question? Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, let's move to the next question. We have to find the value of sine 2 tan inverse 1 by 4 plus cos tan inverse 2 root 2, right? We have to find the value of sine 2 tan inverse 1 by 4 plus cos tan inverse 2 root 2, right? Clear? How can we find this? So again, the hint of this question is we can try to convert 2 tan inverse theta in terms of tan theta, right? We know that 2 tan inverse theta is basically tan inverse 2 theta upon 1 minus theta square, right? So you will try to convert 2 tan inverse 1 by 4 in terms of tan inverse things, and after like tan inverse things you can write in terms of sine inverse things, right? Therefore sine of sine inverse theta will be equal to theta, and theta should lie between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 as well. Clear? And similarly for the second expression, cos of tan inverse 2 root 2, you can write tan inverse 2 root 2 in terms of cos inverse something, right? Cos inverse theta. So that we can write cos of cos inverse theta as theta. Clear? And theta should lie between here 0 to pi. Clear? So in this way you can try to approach this question. So I am giving you 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After that we will move to the solution part, right? Okay. So let us move to the solution part. We have to find the value of sine 2 tan inverse 1 by 4 plus cos tan inverse 2 root 2, right? So let's move to the solution part. See, sine of 2 tan inverse 1 by 4 plus cos of tan inverse 2 root 2. We can write it. See, first let's first evaluate 2 tan inverse 1 by 4, right? Let's first evaluate 2 tan inverse 1 by 4. So put tan inverse 1 by 4 is equal to theta, right? Put tan inverse 1 by 4 is equal to theta. Therefore, tan theta will be equal to 1 by 4, right? Tan theta will be equal to 1 by 4. Therefore, we know that sine 2 theta is basically 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, right? Sine 2 theta is basically 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. Clear? Therefore, you can write it as 2 into 1 by 4 plus 2 into 1 by 4 upon 1 plus 1 by 4 whole square, and after simplifying this you will get 8 by 17, right? Now to evaluate cos of second expression, cos tan inverse 2 root 2, again we can put tan inverse 2 root 2 as 5, right? We can put tan inverse 2 root 2 as 5. So tan 5 will be equal to 2 root 2. Clear? Tan 5 will be equal to 2 root 2, isn't it? Therefore, we can write cos 5 is equal to 1 by 3. If tan 5 is equal to 2 root 2, then cos 5 is equal to 1 by 3. So finally, sine 2 tan inverse 1 by 4 plus cos tan inverse 2 root 2 will be equal to 8 by 17 plus 1 by 3. Clear? And after simplifying, you will get the value 41 upon 51. Clear? So the correct answer of the above expression is 41 upon 51. Got it? So if you have any doubt in this question, you can just ask in the chat box. Is it clear to all? Is the question clear to all? Okay, let's move to the solution part. Let's move to the next question, right? Next question is, if sine cot inverse x plus 1 is equal to cos tan inverse x, then we have to find the value of x here, right? The expression is given as, if sine of cot inverse x plus 1 is equal to cos of tan inverse x, then we need to find the value of x, right? So how can we approach this question? Right, the hint of this question is, now see, we have sine of cot inverse x plus 1. Now we can write cot inverse x plus 1 in terms of sine inverse theta, right? Therefore, we can finally we can write sine of sine inverse theta is equal to theta. And similarly, on the right hand side, tan inverse x can be written in terms of cos inverse cos inverse phi. And again, we can apply cos of cos inverse phi is equal to phi. Clear? And by and after that, by comparing left hand side and right hand side, we can easily find the value of x, right? So you have 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After that, we will discuss the solution part, right? Okay, let's move to the solution part. If sine of cot inverse x plus 1 is given as equal to cos of tan inverse x, then we need to find the value of x, right? So let's move to the solution part. How can we approach this? It's given that sine of cot inverse x plus 1 is equal to cos of tan inverse x. Let us assume this as equation 1, right? Now we know that cot inverse A is basically sine inverse 1 upon root over 1 plus A square, right? Cot inverse A can be written as sine inverse 1 upon root over 1 plus A square, isn't it? Here A is basically x plus 1, right? A is x plus 1. Now applying this identity in equation 1, what can we do? We can write equation 1 as sine of sine inverse 1 upon root over 1 plus 1 root over 1 plus x whole square, and it will be equal to right hand side, which is cos of tan inverse x, right? Cos of tan inverse x. Got it? Also, we know that tan inverse A is basically cos inverse 1 upon root over 1 plus A square, right? tan inverse A is basically cos inverse 1 upon root over 1 plus A square, right? Here let us take A is equal to x. Now applying this identity in equation 2, what can we do? We have left hand side as sine of sine inverse 1 upon root over 1 plus x whole square is equal to cos of cos inverse 1 upon root over 1 plus x square, right? So we can write it as 1 upon root over 1 plus x whole square is equal to 1 upon root over 1 plus x square, right? Because we know that sine of sine inverse theta is equal to theta, and cos of cos inverse phi is equal to phi. Therefore, finally we can write it as 1 upon root over 1 plus 1 plus x whole square will be equal to 1 upon root over 1 plus x square, right? Since we know that sine inverse sine theta is equal to theta when theta belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Got it? And cos inverse cos theta will be equal to theta for all theta belongs to 0 to pi. Now squaring and reciprocating both the sides, we will have 1 plus 1 plus x whole square will be equal to 1 plus x square, right? Therefore, we will get 1 plus x square plus 2x will be equal to 1 plus x square, right? So finally, we will get 1 plus 2x will be equal to 0, right? Because 1 will cancel out, x square will cancel out. So finally 1 plus 2x we will get it equal to 0. Therefore x will be equal to minus 1 by 2, right? X will be equal to minus 1 by 2, right? So we can write x as equal to minus 1 by 2. So x equal to minus 1 by 2 will be the right answer. Clear? So if you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Is this question clear to all? Okay, should we move to the next question? Okay, so let's move to the next question. Okay, let's move to the next question. Next question is we have to prove that tan inverse 6x minus 8x cube upon 1 minus 12x square minus tan inverse 4x upon 1 minus 4x square should be equal to tan inverse 2x when absolute value of 2x less than 1 by root 3. Clear? Clear? So how can we approach this question? So first we will try to assume tan inverse 6x minus 8x cube upon 1 minus 12x square as theta. Clear? Or we can put x is equal to tan theta in the left hand side. If x will equal to tan theta, then like left hand side will be like convert 3 tan theta minus tan square theta upon 1 minus tan square theta, right? Clear? 1 minus 3 tan square theta. This is the formula of tan 3 theta, isn't it? And also for the second expression, tan inverse 4x upon 1 minus 4x square, it will be tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus 2x whole square. Clear? Tan inverse 2 into 2x upon 1 minus 2x whole square, right? So in this way you will try to convert this expression in the simplified form. Clear? So I'm giving you 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After that we will move to the solution part, right? Okay, let us move to the solution part. we basically have to prove that tan inverse 6x minus 8x cube upon 1 minus 12x square minus tan inverse 4x upon 1 minus 4x square is equal to tan inverse 2x, right? When absolute value of 2x is less than 1 by root 3. So let us move to the solution part. We can assume 2x is equal to tan theta, right? 2x is equal to tan theta, clear? Therefore, left hand side will become tan inverse 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta upon 1 minus 3 tan square theta minus tan inverse 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta, right? Clear? Tan inverse 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta upon 1 minus 3 tan square theta minus tan inverse 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta, right? So which will be equal to tan inverse tan 3 theta, right? Tan inverse tan 3 theta, because we know that the formula of tan 3 theta is basically 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta upon 1 minus 3 tan square theta, right? This is the formula of tan 3 theta. And like a formula of tan 2 theta is 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. Therefore, further we can write it as tan inverse tan 3 theta minus tan inverse tan 2 theta. Clear? So further we can write tan inverse tan 3 theta as 3 theta and tan inverse tan 2 theta is 2 theta. Right, so therefore it will be equal to 3 theta minus 2 theta. Clear? So 3 theta minus 2 theta will be equal to theta, and also we had assumed theta as 2x is equal to tan theta, so theta will be tan inverse 2x, right? Clear? So left hand side will become tan inverse 2x. Clear? So now like left hand side is equal to right hand side, hence we have already proved the above expression, right? Clear? You can ask if you have any doubt. Is it clear to all? Is the question clear to all? Okay. If anyone have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, let us move to the next question. Okay, so let us move to the next question, right? So next question says, find the value of x when tan inverse root over x into x plus 1 plus sine inverse root over x square plus x plus 1 is equal to pi by 2. Clear? So the value of given expression is the value of the expression tan inverse root over x into x plus 1 plus sine inverse root over x square plus x plus 1 is equal to given pi by 2. So you basically have to find the value of x, and the options are 0, 1, minus 1, minus 1, 0, minus 1 and 0. Clear? So you just need to tell whether which options is satisfying the above expression, right? So like how can we approach this question? What will be hint? See the hint will be, first, anything which is under the square root will always be positive, right? Anything will be that will be under the square root will always be positive, and anything which is under the sine inverse thing or cos inverse thing will always lie between, will always be less than 1, right? Clear? So in this way you can write the expression x into x plus 1 greater than equal to 0, right? And x square plus x plus 1 greater than equal to 0, and also x square plus x plus 1 will less than 1, right? Will less than 1. So like according to both equation, you can easily find the value of x, right? Okay. So in this way, we can try to approach this question. So I'm giving you 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After that, we will move to the solution part, right? Okay, let's move to the solution part. Correct option is option C, which is 0 and -1, right? We have the expression tan inverse root over x into x plus 1 plus sin inverse root over x square plus x plus 1 is equal to pi by 2. So, what can we do? See, x square plus x greater than equal to 0 we can write, and x square plus x is between 0 to 1. Clear? So, assume this as equation 1. So x square plus x greater than equal to 0. This imply x square plus x plus 1 greater than equal to 1, right? So assume this as equation 2. Now from equation 1 and 2, x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 1. Right, from equation 1 and 2 we can say that x square plus x plus 1 will be equal to 1, right? Because equation 1 says x square plus x plus 1 is less than equal to 1, or equation 2 says x square plus x plus 1 greater than equal to 1. So by using both the equation, we can say that x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 1, right? Therefore we can say that x square plus x is equal to 0. So let us take x common. So x into x plus 1 will be equal to 0, and after solving this we will get x equal to 0 and x equal to -1, -1, right? So x equal to 0 and x equal to -1 will be the right choice. Got it? Option C is the correct answer. If you have any doubt, you can just ask. Many students answer this option C. Yeah, it is right answer. So like I think you are just put the answer 0, 1, -1, right, in the question part. Clear? And must have checked whether it is pi by 2 coming or not, right? You might you might like go like that in the exam also, but like when you'll go in the boards and all, you have to write fully like this, right? In the objective exam like JEE Mains or advanced or any other engineering exam, you can try with the like options 0, -1, 1 by putting this, right? But in the board exam you have to like go with this method, right? Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ask in this question. Or is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Should I move to the next question? Okay. Okay, let us move to the next question. Next question is the value of sine 2 tan inverse 0.75 is equal to. You need to find the value of sine 2 tan inverse 0.75, and the options are A 0.75, B 1.5, C 0.96 and D 0.80. Clear? You need to find the value of this expression, right? And the options are given. Okay, I'm giving you 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After that, we will move to the solution part, right? Okay, let us move to the solution part. We need to find the value of the expression sine 2 tan inverse 0.75. Clear? So the correct answer will be option C, which is 0.96, right? Correct answer is option C, which is 0.96. Got it? So let us move to the solution part. So you can assume tan inverse 0.75 as theta, right? Tan inverse 0.75 is equal to theta. Therefore, tan theta will be equal to 0.75 and it will be equal to 3 by 4, right? Tan theta will be equal to 0.75 and it is equal to 3 by 4. So sin theta will be equal to 3 by 5, right? If tan theta is 3 by 4, then sin theta will be equal to 3 by 5. Therefore, cos theta will be equal to 4 by 5. If sin theta is 3 by 5 and therefore cos theta will be equal to 4 by 5. So sin 2 tan inverse 0.75 will be equal to sin of 2 theta, right? Will be equal to sin of 2 theta. And we know that sin 2 theta is basically equal to 2 sin theta cos theta, right? So finally, sin of 2 tan inverse 0.75 is basically 2 into sin theta is 3 by 5 into cos theta is equal to 4 by 5. Clear? And after solving this, you will get 24 upon 25, right? And after further simplification, you will get 24 upon 25 as 0.96. Clear? So option C, 0.96 will be the correct answer, right? If you have any doubt, you can ask. Is it clear to all? Should I move to the next question? Okay. So let us move to the next question, right? Next question is evaluate the value of expression sin inverse sin 3 pi by 4 plus cos inverse cos pi plus tan inverse 1. You basically have to evaluate the value of expression sin inverse sin 3 pi by 4 plus cos inverse cos pi plus tan inverse 1 is equal to what? So how can we find the value of this expression? See, for the first expression, which is sin inverse sin 3 pi by 4, we know that sin inverse sin theta is equal to theta when theta lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. But here you can observe that 3 pi by 4 is 3 by 4 lying between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2? No, right? So you have to just try to convert this sin 3 pi by 4 in such a way that it should come out to be in the interval of like minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, right? Clear? And also for the second expression, which is cos inverse cos pi, so pi is lying in the interval 0 to pi, right? Clear? So we can simply write the value of this. And also for tan inverse 1, we know the value, right? Clear? So in such a way, by putting all the values, you can easily find the value of the given expression, right? So you have 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After that, we will move to the solution part. Okay, let us move to the solution part. We have to evaluate sin inverse sin 3 pi by 4 plus cos inverse cos pi is equal to tan inverse 1, right? So let's move to the solution part. Now we know that sin inverse sin x is equal to x, right? Sin inverse sin x is equal to x, where x belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. But here we can see, observe that 3 pi by 4 is not does not belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, right? Which is a principal branch of sin inverse x. However, we can say that sin inverse sin pi minus pi by 4 is equal to pi by 4, right? Clear? Sin inverse sin pi minus pi by 4 will be equal to pi by 4 because pi by 4 is lying between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, right? Because we have written 3 pi by 4 as pi minus pi by 4, and we know that sin pi minus theta is equal to sin theta, right? Sin pi minus theta is equal to sin theta. Therefore, we can write sin inverse sin pi minus 4 is equal to, so first we will write sine of pi minus 4 is equal to sine of pi minus pi by 4 will be equal to sine pi by 4, and further we can write sine inverse sine pi by 4 as pi by 4. Clear? Thus sine inverse sine 3 pi by 4 plus cos inverse cos pi plus tan inverse 1 can be written as sine inverse sine pi minus pi by 4 plus pi by 4, right? Because cos inverse cos pi is equal to pi and tan inverse 1 is equal to pi by 4, right? And pi plus pi by 4 is equal to 5 pi by 4. Clear? Therefore we can further write sine inverse sine pi by 4 plus 5 pi by 4, sine inverse sine sine inverse sine pi by 4 plus 5 pi by 4, right? Therefore it will be equal to pi by 4 plus 5 pi by 4, and after solving and simplifying this you will get 3 pi by 2 as our required answer, right? Therefore our correct answer will be 3 pi by 2, right? If you have any doubt you can ask, or is it clear to all? Anyone have any doubt? You can ask in the comment section. Should I move to the next question? Okay, let us move to the next question. Next question is, find the value of the expression sine inverse cos 33 pi by 5. Clear? We basically have to find the value of expression sine inverse cos 33 pi by 5, right? How can we find the value of given expression? So the again hint of this question is, first we will try to convert cos of 33 pi by 5 in terms of sine theta, right? Then only we can write sine inverse sine theta is equal to theta. Clear? So how can we convert cos of 33 pi by 5 in terms of sine theta? That's what we have to see this, right? So again I am giving you 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After that we'll move to the solution part, right? Okay, let's move to the solution part, right? So we need to find the value of sine inverse cos 33 pi by 5, right? Sine inverse cos 33 pi by 5, right? So let us move to the solution part. How can we approach? We know that sine inverse sine x is equal to x, right? We know that sine inverse sine x is equal to x when x belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, right? But here you can see that 33 pi by 4 does not lie between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, right? Clear? Which is the principal branch of sine inverse x, right? Now what can we do? Sine inverse cos 33 pi by 5 can be written as sine inverse cos 6 pi plus 3 pi by 5, right? Sine inverse cos 6 pi plus 3 pi by 5. Got it? So we know that cos of 6 pi plus 3 pi by 5 is equal to 3 pi by 5, right? Therefore sine inverse cos 3 pi by 5, it will be equal to sine inverse cos 3 pi by 5, right? Therefore it will be equal to sine inverse cos pi by 2 plus pi by 10, right? Sine inverse cos pi by 2 plus pi by 10, right? And it will be equal to sine inverse minus sine inverse minus sine pi by 10, right? Because cos of pi by 2 plus theta is basically minus sine theta, right? Therefore it will be equal to minus sine inverse sine pi by 10, right? Minus sine inverse sine pi by 10, and Therefore, its value will be equal to minus pi by 10, right? Its value will be equal to minus pi by 10. And we know that minus pi by 10 lying between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Therefore, the correct answer will be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, right? If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Is it clear to all? Is there any doubt in the given question? Okay. Hope it's clear to all. And hope today's session will be helpful to you, right? Okay. Okay, thank you so much. So one major announcement is that like you have test on 24 May 24 May 2025, right? On 24th May you have test, clear? So be prepared for that, right? And all those like syllabus of test are like updated in the website, on the website. You can check on the portal, right? Clear? So be prepared for the test on 24th May, right? Okay, thank you so much.